Alright, so this is the 2017 Media Exam Paper 2. I'm going to start now. For question 1A, find the value of 26/9. You want your answers to two decimal places. So if we're going to be finding two decimal places, we have to book it to three decimal places. Okay, so that we can round up or round down. So here we're going to start by having a 26 divided by 9. Okay, and we're just going to do our long division here. Okay, so here we get 80, then 72, get another 80, 72, get another 80, and you notice as a pattern it's been repeating, so you get another 8 here. Finally, you're left with a remainder of 8, and now we have got it to 3 decimal places. We can find out whether we're supposed to round up or round down. Since the last digit here is an 8, we're going to round up, and we're going to be getting 2.89. If you're looking for working, it's going to be looking like this. 26/9 is approximately equals to 2.89. Okay, part B, find the value of 3 and 1/6 plus 7 and 4/5. Express your answers as a mixed numbers in the simplest form. Alright, so for this, we're going to be just first we have to put them in the same common denominator. We don't have to convert them to improper fractions because this is addition. So we got 3. Common denominator for 6 and 5 will be 30. So here we're going to convert the 1/6 to 5/30. And we're going to convert the 4/5 to a 4 times 6, which is 24/30. And here we add together the whole numbers, we get 10. We add together the fractions, we get 29/30. Okay, so the answer should be 10, 29/30. We can't put them to anything simpler than this. Okay, so for question 2, a rectangular tank measures 12 by 8 by 4 cm, is filled with water to the brim. Now to the brim means it's all the way to the top. Find the volume. All we need to do is multiply the three values together. You will get 384. Alright, now you're supposed to convert this into liters, so 384 cm cubed will be equals to 384 ml, and if we're going to convert it to liters, you're going to divide it by 100, so you're going to get 0.384 liters. Okay. Question 3. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, PQR is a triangle. What is the area of triangle PQR? So we have to identify where's the right angle. Right angle is here, with the perpendicular here. So knowing this, we know that the base now has to follow this line all the way, and the other line correspondingly should be following where the perpendicular is. So you're going to get an 18 cm here. Remember, base, you are not going to take the dotted line, you're only going to take the solid line, and height will be 7 cm. So just plonking in the formula, you get half times 18 times 7. Okay, and this will give you 63 cm squared. Question 4. John, Mary, and Lisa shared some lychees in a ratio 4:5:7. If Lisa had 27 more lychees than John, how many lychees did John have? So we have Lisa is to Mary is to, John is to Mary is to Lisa. And this is 4:5:7. If Lisa had 27 more lychees than John, so now we're looking for Lisa's and we're looking for John's, and if Lisa had 24 more lychees than John, this would be the difference. So you're going to take 7 minus 4 is the difference between these two. You get 3, and from here 3 units will be equals to 27. 1 unit divided by 9, you get it divided by 3, you're getting 9. So how many lychees did John get? John has 4 units, so 4 units will therefore be equals to 36. Okay. Alright, question 5. Sally has $112 more than Raymond. how much money must Sally give to Raymond so that Raymond has $50 more than her? Now for this, I recommend drawing a model because it can help you to visualize it better. So Sally would have something like this. Raymond would also have something like this. And because Sally has $112 more, so this one will be 112. Okay, and this is at the beginning. So how much must Sally give to Raymond such that Raymond has $50 more than her? Now you can see actually some of you might face a problem whereby you're trying to find out what's this. Okay, 1 unit. But if you look carefully at the question, actually it does not require you to find those values at all. So from here what we can see is that for Sally we're trying to first, okay, we can do the first step, which is to take away what Sally has from the 112 to make it equal. So if this one is going to come here to make it equal, right, you get 112 divided by 2, you get $56. Okay, so what's supposed to be added here would be something like this, 56, and this one will be 56. Okay, so now what the next part wants you to do is how much must Sally give to Raymond more that Raymond will have an extra $50. Okay, so in this case, after splitting here, you know this is 56, right? For Sally to have, rather for Raymond to have $50 more, you got to re-split this part here. Okay, and this part will be $50, and it will go down here. Okay, this one is not $50. This one should be $50 divided by 2. Okay, so here you got $50 divided by 2 equals to 25. Because you're only shifting half of it over here to make it 50. So this is 25. So the final answer will look something like this. Okay, the amount of money that Sally will have to give would be $56 plus $25. Give you a total of $81. Okay. Alright, so moving on to question 6. For every $3 that Dennis gets, Ryan gets $4. If both of them get a total of $315, how much money does Dennis get? Right? So from here what we can use the ratio method to do this. Dennis is to Ryan. Dennis gets $3. Ryan gets $4. If both of them get a total of 315. So here if you can use the unit methods, 3 plus 4 is 7, so there's a total of 7 units. You can see that 7 units equals to 315. 1 unit will be equals to 315 divided by 7, which is $45. And finally, you want to find how much did Dennis get. Dennis has 3 units. You will get 45 times 3 equals to $135. Question 7. A regular tank measures 50 by 40 by 30 is 5/6 filled with water. Then another 1.3 liters of water was added. Find the volume of the water in the tank at the end. Give your answers in liters and milliliters. Alright, so from here what we have to do is to find the volume of the tank, or rather the water in the tank. Then you just have to add in the water, the 1.3 liters to get the answer. So here there are two ways of doing it. One is to find the volume using this, and then you multiply it by 5.6. Another way would be to multiply the height by 5.6 first, by the height by 5/6 first. So I'm going to do the second method. The height, okay, will be equals to 30 cm times 5/6 will give you 25 cm. Okay, so now I'm going to find the volume of the water inside. Volume would be volume V would be length times breadth times height. Length you got it at 50 cm times the breadth, which is 40 cm, times the new height, which is 25 cm. Here you're going to be getting this would be 50,000 cubic cm. Alright, and now we have to convert this to liters. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is to convert to ml first. then we're going to be converting it by dividing it by 1000. You get 50 liters. Okay, now once you got the volume at 50 liters, what you're going to do now is you're going to add the 1.3 liters of water at the end. Okay, so 50 liters plus 1.3 liters equals to 51.3 liters. Now you have to check what the question wants you to find. It wants it to find in liters and milliliters, so you got to convert this into 51 liters and 300 ml. 1 liters, 300 ml. Okay. Alright, now moving on to question 8. In a contest, Ida had to solve 20 problems. 5 marks were given for each correct answer and 2 marks were deducted from each incorrect answer. Ida scored 51 marks. How many correct answers did she get? Okay, to solve this problem, right, one of the methods that you can use is guess and check, but as much as possible we try not to use guess and check because it can be kind of time consuming. So here we'll move straight into trying to analyze this problem. First, we know that Ida has 20 problems. Okay. Second, we know that for the correct answer they get 5 marks, and for the incorrect answer there will be 2 marks. So first and foremost, we must find out what is the difference between a correct answer, okay, and an incorrect answer. So correct answer, you will get plus 5 marks. Wrong answer, you will minus 2 marks. Correct? And in this case, if you are to draw a model, right, the difference between plus 5 and minus 2 is actually 7. Okay? So now that you all understand this, now I'm going to solve it using the proper way. The difference between a correct answer and an incorrect answer will be 5 plus 2, which will give you 7 marks difference. Next, you are going to use the supposition method to okay, now we're going to assume what happens if all the questions were correct. If all were correct, you get 20 questions multiplied by 5 marks, you will get 100 marks. This is assuming that she got all correct, but because this 100 does not match the 51 over here, okay? So what happens is we have to take 100, the maximum number of marks, minus the 51 marks, and to find out that how much of this we'll get 49. So this is the difference between the maximum possible and the actual. Alright, so from here we have to see how much of this will result in this. Actually, what this 49 here means the difference, okay, this is actually a difference. Okay, and this also means the difference. So now we are trying to find out how many units of the difference happens over here. So to do that, we just need to take 49 divided by 7. We will get 7. What is this 7? This 7 actually means that there are 7 questions that is not correct. Alright, the difference. So now we know that she got 20 problems. Then we have to minus off the 7 questions that was not correct. This will be wrong. Okay, and therefore we'll get 13. So she actually had 13 correct answers. Okay. Now for question 9, James had 49 more stamps than Peter. Peter had 3/10 of what James had. How many stamps did they have altogether? Well, I would prefer to use a ratio method whenever it comes to fractions because it saves a lot of time rather than drawing a model. So we know that Peter and James. Alright, Peter had 3/10 of what James had, which means James would have 10 units. Okay, these 10 units belong to James. These 3 units belongs to Peter. Okay, so once you have this, next we can find the difference between these two. So we got 10 minus 3 equals to 7, and this 7 units is actually the difference. So by pairing this with what James had, we can find what's 1 unit. We will get 7. Okay, and then we'll find what is, how many stamps they have altogether. They have 13 units altogether. So over here we will have 13 units equals to 7 times 13, and you will get the answer 91. Okay. Now moving on to question 10. In the diagram below, not drawn to scale, the two shaded triangles in the rectangle are identical. What is the shaded area of the rectangle? Now, knowing that both triangles are identical, if you were to cut a line straight in the center over here, you would see that they're actually made up of two identical rectangles as well, each side being 9 cm and 9 cm. That will be half of 18 cm. Okay, so now we got the base of this triangle, and then we got the height, which is the same as this 10 cm over here. All we need to do now is find the area of each unshaded triangle. You can have half times the base, which is 9, times the height, which is 10. You get 45. And because there are two triangles, two shaded triangles, now you have to multiply it by 2, and the answer you get is 90. 90, don't forget your units, cm square. Question 11. Sue bought 1/4 kg of mutton at $6 per kg and 1/12 and 1.5 kg of fish at $5 per kg. How much money did she spend altogether? So this is actually a rate question, but although you haven't learned rate, it can still be done here. So here you got a 1/4 kg, and here you got a $6 per kg. So when you're talking about the mutton, so we're going to start with the mutton. Okay. If $6 refers to 1 kg, how much is 1/4 kg? So from here to here, what is actually happening is you're multiplying it by 1/4, right? So from here to here, you got to times 1/4 as well. And if you're going to be doing that, you just have to do your working here. $6 times 1/4 will be equals to 6/4. You get $1.50. Okay, but of course we try not to write money in that. You get $1.50. Okay, then the next one we're beginning is fish. Okay, for fish we can use the same working. So we'll get $5 for 1 kg. So now we're going to be finding what is 1.5 kg. Okay. So to get from here to here, now the easy part about this is that anything times 1 is that same number. So to get to 1.5 kg, you're actually multiplying it by 1.5, because per kg is, because this is a 1. Okay, and here therefore you also have to also multiply by 1.5 kg. Okay, so in the working here, all you need to do is take the $5, multiply by 1.5 kg. You will get, first you have to change the, when you're multiplying, always change the your mixed number into improper fractions. So you get times 3/2, and from here you get 15/2. Then you get $7.50 when you change it to fractions. Okay, so all you need to do now is to add up these two together. You get $7.50 plus $1.50. Answer will give you $9. Okay, moving on to question 12. Piece of string is cut in the ratio 5:7. Length of the longer piece is 112. What's the length of the shorter piece? So we got two pieces. One is long, one is short. 5:7. Longer piece is 112. Oh, wait. So sorry, I labeled wrongly. The shorter piece has to have a smaller fraction, a smaller number. So this will be the longer piece. If the longer piece is 112 cm, it will mean that 7 units here equals to 112 cm. 1 unit will be equals to 112 divided by 7. You get 16 cm. And what's the length of the shorter piece? Shorter piece will just be 5 units, will be equals to 16 cm times 5, and it will give you 80 cm. Alright, so this is the answer for part A. For part B, what's the difference in length between the two pieces? All you need to do is find the difference, which is 2 units. So from here, part B, 2 units will be equals to 16 cm times 2 will be equals to 32 cm. So you got a 80 cm and a 32 cm. Okay, question 13. John had some erasers. He gave 1/5 of them to his siblings and half of the remainder to his friends. What fraction of his erasers did he give to his friends? Express the answer in simplest form. Okay, so this is, you see the word remainder here. Your alarms should be sounding already, yeah? You know what kind of question it is. So you should always try to draw a model when it comes to remainder of fractions. So you got John. Okay, he had erasers. How much did he have? He had 5 units of erasers at first. Okay, and he gave 1/5 to his siblings. So this is siblings, and half of the remainder. Now, just nice, the remainder I always have to mark it out like this. This is the remainder. Half of the remainder, just nice here. There are 4 units. So half of the remainder would be 2 units. So 2 units will be given to his friends. Okay, friends. What fractions of his erasers did he give to his friends? So when you say what fraction of his erasers, right, it means you are looking at his friends compared to the entire model. Okay, it's not comparing to the remainder anymore. So here, straightforwardly, there are 2 units here, and total of 5 units. So the answer for A should be 2/5. Take note, 4-mark questions. Always remember to have your final statement, 4 and 5-mark questions. Of course, I didn't do it here because I'm trying to save time. I don't want this video to be too long. So you got 2/5 for part A. Part B would be if he gave 42 of his erasers to his siblings, how many erasers did he have at first? So this one is quite straightforward, because here from the model you can see that his siblings received 42 erasers. So here you know that 1 unit will be equals to 42. So all you need to do is find 5 units. 5 units will be 42 times 5. It should give you 210. Alright, so for question 14 now, find the volume of the remaining solid. Okay, so first you have to understand the question. For volume questions, it's always very important to understand the question first. So here you have a big rectangular block, a rectangular solid block, very big. Okay, and then there's a small piece in the middle that they somehow they managed to cut it out and they managed to remove it. So find the volume of the remaining solid. So just likewise area. If you notice for area, if let's say you're only looking at the top surface here, this one is shaded, and this one, the area around it is not shaded. Then I ask you to find what's the unshaded area. Okay, it will just be this whole big thing here minus off this one over here. So it's the same for this question, except now you're dealing with volume. So what you're supposed to be doing here is you got to find the volume of the big solid rectangular cube. Then we minus off the small rectangular block that was taken out inside. Okay, so first we have to find out what is the whole volume of the big thing. We know that the base here is a square. Okay, so because the base is a square, this 10 cm will be replicated here. This one also has to be 10 cm. So first we're going to find the volume of the big block. Volume of big. Okay, big what? Big block will be equals to 10 times 10 times 16. Give me 1600. Okay, and then next you got to find the volume of small block. Small block will give you 3 times 4 times 16. 3 times 4 times 16, and this would give you 192 cubic cm. And so if you want to find lastly, you just have to minus off. Take the 1600 cubic cm minus the 192 cubic cm. You get 1408 cubic cm. Again, please remember to write your final statement. 1408 cubic cm, and don't forget your units. Okay. For question 15 now. Some sweets were shared between Michael and Vanessa in the ratio 5:4. So we have Michael and we have Vanessa, 5:4. If Michael gave 4 sweets to Vanessa, they will have the same number of sweets. Right, so basically what they're trying to say here is that when Michael gives some to Vanessa, they have the same number of sweets. Now if you draw a model, it will be easy to see. Alright, but if you don't want to draw a model, we can use a before and after ratio method. So from here, this will be the before, okay, and the after, if they have the same, Michael and Vanessa will have 1:1. Correct? Now, because of this, right, if you notice, none of the sweets were eaten or none of the sweets are lost, which means the total number of sweets are always the same. If we include another column here that says total, right, total will be equals to 2 for here. What we need to do now is, since that the total does not change, right, we just need to manipulate these ratios in a way such that the totals for both before and after are the same. So in this case, you look at the 9 over here and the 2 over here. These are two things that we're comparing, and to make them the same, we have to change them into 9 times 2, which is 18 units. Okay, so for this one, from 9 to 18, what we did, we multiplied it by 2. So from 4, we multiply by 2, we get 8, and then 5, we multiply by 2, we get 10. On the right side, after one, you notice to make it into 18, what happens here is that both of these will become 9 and 9. So what we need to do now is to find out how much did Michael give. We notice that it's actually 10 units minus 9 units, you get 1 unit. So 1 unit was given, and here, following the 4 sweets that's given up here, you get 1 unit equals to 4 sweets. And you want to know how many sweets did Michael have? Michael has, now we're looking at this one, okay, the 10 units here. How many sweets did Michael have? Okay, now because this is only an if, so Michael had 10 sweets, okay, he didn't have 9 sweets. It's all looking at the before model. So 10 units will therefore be equal to 40. So this will be part A. Okay, now part B, how many sweets did they have altogether? Altogether they had 18 units. So 18 units will be equals to 18 times 4 sweets. Okay, you get 72. Alright, so here is 40, 72. Now please remember to draw your model. To write your final statements. Alright, for question 16, Ahmad sold 240 red and green apples. He sold 40 more red apples than green apples. The green apples were sold at 35 cents each. Each red apple was sold at 8 cents more than the cost of each green apple. How much did Ahmad collect from the sale of all the apples? Okay, so first we know that there are 240 red and green apples. He sold 40 more apples than green apples. Alright, so first we have to now find how many red apples and how many green apples there are. So if you're going to draw a model, okay, we will have the red and we have the green. Okay, and because the red, there is 40 more, and this whole thing will be 240. So to find how much green and red will have, you just need to take 240 minus 40, you get 200. 200 is 2 units, so let's use the unit method. 1 unit will be equals to 100, so these two each will be 100. Therefore, red will be equals to 100 plus 40 equals to 140, and the green will be equals to just 100. Okay, now that we have established this, we are going to go into multiplying each with its associated price. So the green apples were sold at 35 cents each. So green apples were sold at 35 cents each. So the amount of money you get for the green will be 100 apples multiplied by 35 cents. Now let's change it to dollars so that it'll be easier, or rather it'll be neater to get the answer later. So 35 cents is actually 0.35 cents. And by multiplying this, you're actually getting, you see, you just need to, because it's multiplied by 100, just need to switch the decimal placings, you get $35. Next, this is sales from green. Okay, so now we're doing the sales from red. We just need to take the 140, multiply by 8 cents. You will get let me check. You will get each red apple was sold at 8 cents more than the cost. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, so because they are sold 8 cents more than the cost of each green apple. So here we missed out a step. The step being, got to find the cost of each red apple first. So it's 35 cents plus, since each were 8 cents more, you get 43 cents. Okay, so from here you can take the 140 multiply by the 43 cents and you will get $60.20. All this you can press calculator because it's paper 2. So by adding both together, $35 plus $60.20, you're going to be getting $95.20. So answer. Don't forget to write your statement. Question 17, last question. Mary had some bean bags. Okay. 1/3 of them were blue and the rest were yellow. After giving 77 yellow bean bags and 2/3 of the blue bean bags to Peter, Mary had 1/6 of the bean bags left. How many bean bags did Mary give to Peter? Okay, so yeah, let's draw a model. Okay, Mary had some bean bags after giving these to. Okay, so first we have we should draw a before and after model. So in the before model, okay, just gonna draw a huge model here because you have to break it up to a lot of units later. Okay, and this one is split into 3. 1/3 were blue and the rest were yellow. Okay, and this is Mary. Okay, so what happens here is after giving 77 yellow bean bags and 2/3 of the blue bean bags to Peter, how many? Mary had 1/6 of the bean bags left. Okay, so from here, what we have to do is first we have to split the blue. Let me use a different color. We have to split the blue into 3 parts. Why? Because 2/3 of it was given to Peter. So here I can put Peter. And likewise, when you're splitting this 2, you have to split the rest equally as well to make it fair. Okay. Then after that, from here we can see that this was 2/3 of the blue that was given to Peter. Peter also gave or Mary also gave Peter 77 yellow bean bags. But the problem here is we don't know 77 refers to how many units. So we have to look at the next part. Mary had 1/6 of her bean bags left. Okay, so this is, if this is the before model, right here before. Okay, there will be an after model that will look like this, exactly the same size. Oops, sorry. Exactly the same size. Try to get it straight. Okay, and this one now we have to divide it into 6 different parts. Okay, now if you're going to take this, okay, and we're going to wait, if you're going to be taking this, sorry, if you're going to be taking this and you're going to be moving it up here, you see that what happens is you can split accordingly the green lines, right? We can split accordingly here, okay? And then because we split into two here we're also going to split, and all the green lines that crosses here, and then you're going to resplit everything into this. Okay, these two are supposed to be the same, but anyway, here we got it split here. So you see, actually this is what the 1/6 here means. So I'm gonna, now that I got this, and I'm gonna get rid of the bottom model first. Okay, get rid of this. Alright, so now we have this model here, and we can see that we have split it a lot of times because of the after model as well. And here it will say, it said that 1/6 of the beam backs were left. So from here, the 1/6 refers to this portion. Oops, sorry. Alright, the 1/6 refers to. Just now we saw from that 1 unit was actually this. Okay, 1 unit was actually this. Alright, and this was what was left. So if I'm going to label it on the diagram, this is left. Okay, and therefore we can deduce that the remaining here, okay, because this is what was left, right? Actually, if I were to draw it from the left side, it will look like this. 1, 2, 3 units. 1, 2, 3 units was left. Okay, which means that the remaining here has to be 77. Okay, because it's only what's left. So once you have all this in place, it's very easy to do it already. You can see here that there are a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 units. Alright? And then we'll see that for the 77 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 units will be 77. We can find what's 1 unit is 7. Just divide it by 11. Then from here, we want to know how many bean bags did Mary give to Peter. So Peter was given 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So 4 units, it's 28. Okay, and because this 77 was given to Peter also. Okay, so we just have to take the 28 plus the 77 to find the total number of bean bags that was given to Peter, which is 105. Alright, please don't forget to write a final statement. So this is the end of this corrections.